Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you to the organizers for giving me the opportunity to address yet again the Economist conference in Nicosia, where we're here to talk about innovation, investment, and growth models, and I will try to touch upon all three in the time given. Well, starting with innovation, I have to say that it's a fashionable word, it's a fashionable concept, and when something becomes fashionable, it tends to turn into a buzzword, losing its significance. But innovation is essential. Innovation is absolutely essential for economic growth. Innovation at all levels of the economy, from the way that a coffee shop is organized and service customers to the way that a manufacturing line uses cutting-edge technology to drive productivity. Because with innovation, we can produce more with the same input and consequently lead to more economic value and to growth. In fact, a very recent McKinsey report notes that the lack of innovation is a significant factor in Europe's economic output and growth, falling behind the United States. As Europeans, we need to invest more in innovation and in critical technologies that will drive productivity and will make us relevant for the future. Technologies from artificial intelligence to next-generation computing to clean tech and biotech. Now, how does Cyprus compare to our peers within the European Union on innovation? Well, according to the 2023 European Innovation Scoreboard, Cyprus is in the group of strong innovators within the European Union. What does that mean? It means that we score above the EU average on innovation, specifically 105%, and moreover, we have higher percentage improvement year on year compared to our European peers, specifically 8.5%. So we're not doing that badly on innovation. And as far as academic research is concerned, an indicative number is that Cyprus hosts 7 out of the 37 centers of excellence within the European Union, which is testament to our success in gaining grants as a country for innovative research. However, in the same report, there are the areas where we need to improve, and we need to improve on government support for business R&D. We need to improve on R&D spending by the public and the private sector, importantly on non-research and development innovation, but also in VC investments. In the same McKinsey report I referred to earlier, Cyprus is actually put in the group of countries within the EU that show a strong entrepreneurial activity and tend to exhibit founder and startup-friendly regulations relative to our peers. However, we rank low in terms of scaling success rate, maybe again linked to the lack of investments in the country. Moving on to growth models from innovation, I often quote Paul Romer, the Nobel Prize winner in economics, who said that growth comes from rearranging available resources in ways that make them more valuable and produce less side effects. Now, given the limited supply of ingredients, growth comes from better recipes and not just from more cooking. Now, new recipes that produce more economic value. Now, in Cyprus, we have a new recipe for economic growth. It's Action Plan Vision 2035, and of course, the Resilience and Recovery Plan. Now, the challenge before us, therefore, is not to find a new growth model, which was the case a few years back. The challenge now is to actually implement it at pace. At Invest Cyprus, our strategy is aligned with this new growth model, and that's why we prioritize investments in sustainable projects in priority sectors of the economy, with a focus on renewable energy, including storage, education, healthcare, hospitality, and agriculture, always projects with the element of sustainability embedded in them. And I would like to take this opportunity to encourage the Cypriot businessmen and entrepreneurs and businesswomen to come up with projects and ideas that are aligned with this new growth model of the country so as to bring them in touch with investors from abroad. At the moment, at Invest Cyprus in our data bank, we have only 10 such projects. Now, the other two areas of priority is to continue the momentum of building a high-tech ecosystem in Cyprus, and also the establishment of Cyprus as an international business hub that has gained momentum over the last few years. Now, we have been successful in these endeavors, and I will just going to give one statistic that Cyprus ranks third globally in terms of post-pandemic FDI recovery. But also, FDI has been identified as a significant factor in Cyprus actually outperforming our EU peers in 2022, but also this year in terms of economic growth. Now, this does not in any way make us and should not make us complacent. In terms of investors coming to Cyprus, the challenge is to keep them here, to create sustainable clusters of economic activity, but more importantly, to ensure that they become ambassadors for our country abroad, because they are much more credible talking about Cyprus than us Cypriots. Hence, in June, we organized a roundtable of investors with the President of the Republic and relevant ministers, where they had the opportunity to air their issues and give their feedback. And in fact, in a few days, there will be a follow-up with the President again of that roundtable for the government to report back on progress. Now, in conclusion, I will say that we should all aim at all levels of economic activity to find new recipes for whatever we are doing so as to produce more economic value. Invest Cyprus is here to try to help you find the investments that you need to drive those entrepreneurial activities. And as a country, at the moment, we need to focus on execution of the growth plans that we have in place. Thank you very much.